That's a real untold story here, and I think we may be on a collision course. Like, I think there's three cars coming together at an intersection, and they don't realize they're going to hit.
Yeah.
And one of them is Congress with Mike Johnson driving.
Clown.
Is in one of these cars. Trump obviously is one of these cars.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's the train. And then there's another car, which is Doge. Mm-hmm. And I don't think Elon Musk is going to suffer these fools once he finds out how foolish they are or duplicitous they are. You don't land rockets backwards. You don't get cars to drive themselves on the interstate by ignoring the fools that you're working with.
What's up, Solutionaries? That was one of my favorite public servants, Thomas Massie, and this was a while back. This is before the Trump-Elon split, the argument, all that other shit. Whichever way that's gonna go, I believe that Elon Musk is a smart dude, but I think he's a bit of controlled opposition. I think everybody at a certain level has a certain level of controlled opposition. Anyway, that's him giving a breakdown a while back of what he thought was gonna happen as these three cars, as he put it, collides. And that's exactly what has happened. When Doge starts to recognize, hey, government, you're willing to spend too much and you're spending the nation into oblivion and debt. When that's recognized, and Republicans, because they control, D.C. right now, when Republicans, along with Trump, say spend, baby, spend, baby, spend, and then Elon says, hey, even my EV subsidies, take them away. If we can get the cutting down, you still don't do it. It indicates that I, as Elon Musk, have put a lot of energy into this situation with Trump and Congress, and I thought you Republicans were actually trying to cut the spending. Now, here's a future move. Elon, after that, talked about, hey, maybe there needs to be another third party. First of all, Elon is already a third party. The third largest political party is Libertarians. Now, I will agree that on a national level, the Libertarian Party has not been the best. We pick people sometimes that I'm like, what the fuck, bro? But a lot of that is because of internecine rivalries, because there's not a lot of resources behind it. But the ideology, Thomas Massie's a libertarian that ran as a Republican in Kentucky, okay? Ron Paul, liberty-minded folks that are in alignment with limited government and cutting the deficit, cutting the spending, all of those different things. So instead of trying to ask for another party, because remember, Elon has a PAC called the America PAC. He has it. Instead of doing that, maybe you fund and get behind libertarians on a local level, and maybe the American PAC happens on a national level. I don't know how that works. I don't know if that's possible, but my point in saying this is we ain't got to reinvent the wheel. Okay, a major reason why Trump was even able to get over the hump with Elon's help was because of libertarians. I was there in D.C. when he spoke at the Libertarian National Convention. Some people was like, skeptical, and rightfully so. And some people was like, well, motherfucker, way better than Kamala. And that's 100% rightfully so as well. My point here is the future may look like Elon saying, okay, maybe in 4 years I'll run for president. I'm not a fan of that. Elon's a smart dude. Elon's, microchips in the brain and the X money and all that. Nah, you too close to weird shit. And I thank you for your service as far as Tesla, American-made company, as far as like getting rockets and all that other shit. That's cool. But the reality is, no thank you, okay? But it's starting to look like it's packaging up to be that. I'm not a fan of it. I would rather see a Thomas Massie in a situation or a Rand Paul or any of that. But my point is, that's what it looks like he's vying to be, a political leader that's going to ask for cutting and spending and da-da-da-da. But if the same Republicans, along with the Mike Johnsons are still in place, we have a system of checks and balances. So if all of the Republicans that are spineless, that the people don't get involved in primarying or getting rid of for more limited governments, actual conservative Republicans on the fiscal tip, then you'll be right back in the same space, just with the richest dude in the world as the president. And I'm always leery of that. The people need to be involved in the civic process. The reason being is because as more people become informed about civics and limited government and what a constitutional republic is and what Republicans are supposed to do as it relates to limited spending, the people that we pull from the pool of potential public servants that run for office are more in alignment with limited government. But if the people are stupid and people on the right of the political aisle are just arguing and going back and forth against people on the left, and they keep spending, and there's more and more debt, which is exactly what we have. I think in the last 4 or 5 years, we've had $12 trillion in spending. We have to cut this cancer out of ignorance from the gate. This is why we have a civics class as part of one of the classes when you become a Solutionary 9 member. You can't ignore politics. You can't ignore civics. Politics is the way that the world's resources are moved, okay? And when we are informed as a populace in limited government thought process, the people that we elect and send to D.C. are in alignment with that, and everybody won't be yelling at Thomas Massie when he says the right thing just to come back around to be proven to be correct a little bit later on, as Elon has found out. Again, this video was before the Trump-Elon split. Okay, and it's exactly what happened, because when you look under the hood and you see how many politicians aren't really trying to limit spending, they only talk that shit, Republicans, when Democrats is in office, and Democrats talk that shit when Republicans is in control of things. When that happens, when everybody gets in control, the spending gets worse and worse. And if you're a person that understands free market enterprise like Elon does, you start to go, absolutely not, and I'm tapping out. We have to make a better quality of informed citizenry, and then we get better public servants, so it doesn't matter who's the president, because we should not abolish the system of checks and balances just to acquiesce because some of these guys got it right. We are complicit in this based on our ignorance and our lack of involvement. This is the reason why we have a civics class as the Solutionary 9. Now, you can do two things as far as that civics class. You can join the Solutionary 9 below, hit the link. Civics, firearms, understanding imminent threat, meal plans, workout routines, macros, shooting drills, a link, your own personalized link to sell the merch, right? Access to our Solutionary 9 private group, all of these different things. And you can just get the civics class, okay? That's $99 one time for your entire life. And all of the other classes that come later, you'll have access to that. But if you just want to put your toe in the water, take the civics class. It's 20 bucks. You take it at your own leisure. The videos are right there. You click when you want. You can go to work, come back, pick up where you left off, as well as you get the curriculum right to your inbox, right to your email. That's $20. The overall thing is $99. Either way, give me 99 days. I'll make you smarter. I'll make you in better shape, and I'll make you a better shooter by becoming a member of the Solutionary 9. If I don't do that in 99 days, I give you your 99 bucks back. Anyway, guys, hit the link, check it out. My name is Maj Toure, founder of Solutionary University. Hope to see you guys at least in the civics class soon for 20 bucks. Be safe, be solutionary.